It's no secret that entrepreneurs need money to start and run a business. In this video, I am going to give you the step-by-step breakdown to a low-effort, low-cost side hustle that will make you thousands every single month. Stay tuned. In this video, I am going to reveal what the secret side hustle is, how you can easily do this in less than 30 minutes, and show you examples of people who are racking in serious cash by doing this. But first, let me show you why a side hustle is not only great at funding startups, but also great at growing your business too. Did you know that over 70% of new businesses are bootstrapped? Bootstrapping is pretty much when you don't have any external capital or funding to start your business. If you're a bootstrapper, then hey twin, because so was I. Back in 2018, when I started my shoe boutique, I had to fund my entire business all by myself. At the time, I was working as a marketing coordinator for a company that paid me around $1,700 every 2 weeks. On a monthly basis after taxes, I would take home anywhere between $2,500 and $2,700 every single month. However, once I subtracted my rent, my car note, my car insurance, health expenses, groceries, and other important bills, I was usually left with less than $400 to divvy up between my other personal expenses. This means that my business was even less than that, right? And so for me, I knew that I had a goal of being out of corporate America on the fastest track possible. Put me on the first thing smoking out of there. And I did not and would not take me not having money as a reason for me not to go after my dreams. And this is where side hustles enters the chat. See, side hustles are a great way for you to make extra income outside of your main source of income. And for me, side hustles did not stop helping me there. See, once I started my current company, the Brand Hustler LLC, I was doing good, but then I realized that there were certain investments that I had to make in my business if I wanted my business to get to the next level. However, those investments always cost money. And tons of it. So this is where I had to dip back into my side hustles bag and get to work. And as a result of that, I was able to grow my business faster, all thanks to side hustles. Imagine accomplishing the same for your business and by using the best side hustle on the planet right now, which is selling low content books on Amazon. Low content books are things like journals, planners, to-do lists, and anything that really doesn't require extensive writing to go within the book, but actually gives a maximum result for the consumer. This side hustle is so lucrative that you could bring in over $4,000 every month, and it's so easy to set up. Not only that, but you don't have to be awake to do this side hustle. You can literally make money while you sleep. You don't need a printer, you don't have to leave your house, and you don't even have to promote on social media if you do not want to. All you need is Bookbot, who is the sponsor of today's video. Bookbot is a great platform that allows you to not only research, but create low content books that sell like hotcakes on Amazon. Now, I am gonna hop behind my screen and show you exactly how you can use the Bookbot platform to develop your very own low content books. Let's go. Okay guys, let's get started. The first thing you want to do is head over to bookbot.io and hit where it says start your 3-day free trial so that you can create an account. When you are creating an account, it's very important that you input the code TBH20. That is going to save you 20% off of any plan that you choose. Now, I already have an account and I'm already logged in. So I'm going to pull up my account right here on the screen. And this is where we are actually going to create our low content book. But before we dive into creating our low content book, I want to show you some of the important tools that are within Bookbot itself. First things first, when you log into your Bookbot, you're going to see a ton of tutorials. Bookbot does a great job of teaching you things that you need to know in order for your low content book to have the best chance of selling a ton of copies on Amazon. And we are in here to make money with this side hustle, okay? So if I were you, I would come in and binge all of these tutorials and take a ton of notes. That way, when you are creating things like your keywords for your Amazon listing, you are creating the best keywords and all of that, okay? Now, probably my most favorite tool, honestly, my most favorite tool is going to be the cloud tool. So this is where you can actually spy on how well other low content books are doing on Amazon. I mentioned earlier in this video that there are people making thousands of dollars from low content books, and this is how I am able to prove it, okay? So let's just do a quick search. One of the ideas that I have is actually a gratitude journal for 2024. So I'm going to put in gratitude journal and search it. And I made sure that I selected the category of journal. Now you are going to see all of the listings that match that keyword come up. Now what they're going to show you is they're going to show you the title of the book. That way it could give you ideas for your title, or you can at least take inspiration and know how you're going to spin it. They're also going to tell you who the author is, as well as what their review rating is. So this book has 300 ratings and it has a 4.7 out of 5. They are then going to tell you the price of the book, as well as how many monthly sales it's getting. And you are able to then do the math and figure out how much they're actually making each month. And that's how it is for each of these listings, right? So for example, let's say I took this right here. So estimated they're selling 652 copies every month. And the price that they have is $5.99 for their book. So if I do $5.99 times 652, it gives me $3,905.48. That is pretty decent for a side hustle, especially when other side hustles that require way more labor, like Ubering or door dashing or something like that, it requires your gas. It requires a lot of hard labor, and sometimes you don't even make this amount in a month. And I know because I used to do all of those, okay? Let's do another one. This one right here is $6.99 and it sold 622 copies. So if I do $6.99 times 622, that is $4,347.78. Imagine bringing that in every month. That is crazy because they created this in 2016 and it's still up, which means it is doing really well. So now that I see that, I know that gratitude journals can do really well. Now, before I hop in and make my gratitude journal, I'm going to show you keywords because keywords are important, okay? SEO is important everywhere. Like if you have anything online, you're selling anything online, SEO is super important. And so I actually have already been looking up gratitude, so spoiler alert. But let's say you wanted to maybe create a financial planner. Let's search financial planner as a keyword. Let's see what comes up. Okay, so you will see 2023 financial planner, and it'll tell you the Amazon search volume. It also tells you the Google search volume as well, which I think is important to know because sometimes you land on Amazon products through Google. I have bought probably 50% of what I've bought from Amazon has been because I Googled it. So it's important to pay attention to both of these sides as well. A tip that I have for this is you do not want to select keywords that have too much competition. Okay, so what that means is if you were to put in a keyword on Amazon, it would be a ton of listings for that keyword. You want to find keywords that are healthy, like it's a mixture of good, but not too competitive. So they have good search value, but not too competitive, okay? All right, so the next thing that I like to do is I like to get some inspiration from Amazon. So I'm gonna go back to Cloud and I'm gonna enter gratitude journal again. And I'm gonna find the top ones and I'm going to click the link. Let's do this one too. This one has 28,000 ratings. Insane. Okay. So I'm going to click this one as well. And Amazon ratings are the truth. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click read sample just to see what the inside looks like. I see that they have a page that says this journal belongs to. They have the meaning of gratitude. Ooh. And then they go into the pages. So this is what I mean by low content. Low content means that you are not putting a ton of words, a ton of explanations or anything in the book. It's really up for the consumer to fill it out. But I love that this book right here gave them the definition of gratitude. And I actually might steal that. I ain't gonna lie. I actually might steal that. That's really cool. Let's look into the other one. This one is the Good Vibes Gratitude Journal, and they have a breakdown of gratitude as well. Gratitude allows us to discover the many blessings we have and distracts us from the misfortunes that we may face. Then it has this belongs to, and then it goes into their daily thing. Okay, so I'm definitely gonna put something about gratitude here, and I have an easy way that we can do that together. Okay, cool. So now that I see this, I'm gonna head back to Bookbot. And we are going to get into the creation of this. So I'm going to click where my profile is over here. And I'm going to go to the Bookbot studio. And we are going to get crack-a-lackin'. It is time to design it. Okay, so you're going to click where it says create project. I am going to make it a paperback cover and interior. You can very much pick a hardcover if you'd like, but paperback is cheaper to print, and you'll see what I mean later on in the tutorial. But you're going to click paperback cover and interior. I'm going to name this Weekly Gratitude 2024. I am going to make my book 6x9. They have different sizes that you can choose from, but 6x9 is actually a very popular size. And I actually love my book 6x9 as well. So I'm going to keep it at 6x9. You can then select whether you want the interior to be black and white or just color. The two examples that I looked like, they both had cover exteriors and black and white interiors. So I'm going to keep it black and white on white paper. Ooh, or should I do cream paper? I'm going to do black and white on cream paper. And I'm going to keep the bleed. And I am going to do 53 pages because I am doing a weekly gratitude. And then I'm going to add a page for this book belongs to. Oh, and then I'm going to add a page for what gratitude means as well. So I'm actually going to do 54 pages. I'm going to hit create project. Now, I suggest having a minimum of 24 pages in your low content book, and don't go above 120 pages in your low content book. Just because, one, it's cheaper to print, but two, you don't want to overwhelm people or underwhelm people. So a happy medium is 24 to 120 pages. The same thing for printing. You can very much select colored printing, but black and white printing tends to be cheaper. And if you are just starting this side hustle, you're in here to make the most profit, okay? So I definitely suggest doing black and white. But anyway, it's gonna open up a studio, which looks like this. And y'all, it is gonna be so easy to make this. I literally made my last book in like maybe 5 minutes, okay? So the first thing that I like to do is I actually like to do the pages first, and then I'm gonna do the cover. I know that I want some pages that explain the gratitude. So I'm going to skip page 1 and page 2. And I'm going to start from page 3, right? And what I'm going to do is I am going to click this thing right here. It's going to open up some templates that they have. And you can search any type of templates that you'd like. They have everything like puzzles, as you can see, mazes and things like that. If I was doing maybe like a fitness tracker, they have like a body progress tracker page. If I wanted to do something that was a financial tracker, I got bill trackers. I have, let's see, what's this one? This year taxes, like getting your taxes together if I wanted to do a tax planner or tax preparation journal. You have tax checklists. There's just so much stuff, right? I actually want pages for people to be able to reflect. So I just want to do regular, actually let's do journal pages. I want to do regular journal pages. So I'm going to hit use this template. And now you're going to see all of my pages, and you are able to now select which pages you want the template that you just selected to be applied to. Okay, so I definitely want these to be on the even pages. So I'm going to select all even, and then I'm going to deselect page 2. I'm going to hit next, and I can actually adjust the thickness of the stroke. So I think I want it to be a little bit thicker, and I want it to be pure black. Yep. And I'm going to hit submit. You see that my pages are here. So literally all of my even pages all the way through the last page are all these lines. So easy, right? Now I am going to do something similar for my odd pages starting from page 3. What I want to show y'all too is that you can actually create it from scratch if you're either really creative or if you just got that type of time on your hands. You can very much like add stuff to the page yourself. So you can hit text. You can do like, you know, add it like this. Obviously you want to size it as you see fit. If you wanted to like, you know, add some words that says maybe quote of the day, you can do something like that. And then you just keep like adding words. You can then add like just different things to your page. So if you wanted to add images, you can. If you wanted to add shapes, you can. So let's say I wanted to add a line. I can add a line right here where it says quote of the day. If I wanted to make it a box instead, I can add me a rectangle, and I can literally say no fill color, but I want a stroke, a black, and then make it, you know, appear like, and then I can add other stuff below it, like maybe I'm grateful for, or something like that. Or something like that, and I can add lines, etc., etc. But honestly, I am going to add in an image that I've already uploaded. And that's another thing too. So I was going to show you guys this when I did the cover page, but I'm going to show you it right now. So you can actually click images, and you can also upload images. So let's say you want your interior to be an image. You can go to Pixabay or on Splash, and you can search images. So maybe you want your interior to be, I don't know, coffee. You can search coffee, and you can see all of these different images, and you can put it there. So even if you wanted to like juice up your page. So let's say I wanted to go to one of these lined pages, and I wanted to add an image in the corner. I can select like this coffee mug. I can size it, and I can put it like next to the line. And then so the date goes right next to coffee, kind of like wake up, or, you know, which is really cool. But for my pages, I'm actually going to add an upload that I added. Okay, so I'm gonna add this. Now, what I can do is I can actually have it duplicated on other pages as well. So I'm gonna click this little sheep or goat thingy or whatever that is. And then I'm gonna hit clone to other pages, and I'm gonna go here and I'm going to select all odd pages except page number 1. Hit clone. And now you'll see that it's loading on all those pages in the corner. So you see now it's on page 5, it's on page 7, all the way through the bottom. So now for my first page, I'm actually going to add a page that says this book belongs to, because who doesn't want to put this in there? And from my research, the girls are loving the book with this book belongs to. And then I'm going to make sure that I save it. Then I'm going to head to page 2. So page 2 is where I am going to put my gratitude definition. So let me start by adding some text. I want to put gratitude in these bridge letters. to ChatGPT and I asked ChatGPT to write me an introduction for a gratitude journal, which includes a definition of gratitude in it. And this is what they came up with. I am just going to take what I need and leave what I don't, and I can tweak it. So I actually like this. Gratitude, often defined as the practice of acknowledging and appreciating the good, serves as a guiding light on our journey towards our well-being, da da da. Okay, so I'm going to copy this. And I am going to add an image down here. So let's go to 𝗖𝗶𝗶 and I'm going to search gratitude. All right, so that's that page. And now the only page that's left to design is actually your cover. So your cover is laid out the way that it'll be opened. So this part right here with the yellow box, that's the back. And make sure that you keep in mind that's where the barcode is going to be. The other side is actually the front cover, okay? So front cover right here, back cover right here with the yellow box. Let's go ahead and hide the cover template. Now, I actually designed my cover already. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to add the image here. So I'm going to go to my uploads, go here. I'm going to add the image and then I'm going to size it. That way it covers the whole front. You want to make sure that your print is going to cover the front, but make sure that anything that's important is within the green line, okay? You want it to be inside the green line as much as possible. Okay, now this back part, I'm gonna make it black just to match. Boom, it looks so good. So I'm gonna hit save, and next we are gonna list this bad boy on Amazon. So next you wanna go ahead and hit where it says download, and you're gonna make sure that you hit download current project in CMYK. It's gonna do its thing. All done. Now we're gonna head to Amazon KDP. So just type in Amazon KDP in Google. You then are going to sign in. If you already have an Amazon account, you can actually just register for your KDP account with the same thing because it's gonna pick up that information. So let's go ahead and sign in. Then you're gonna hit create. And we're gonna select paperback because remember that's what we created in Bookbot. You're gonna select the language of your book. They have every language you can think of. Our book is in English, and this is actually a 2024 gratitude journal. So I'm gonna put book title 2024 gratitude journal. Now this is where you're gonna use some of that research that you did on Amazon as well. You're gonna see what you would put like in the subtitle. So as you see, you have the subtitle. The subtitle is what comes after, the subtitle is what comes after the semicolon. Okay, so I'm going to look at both of these. A 52-week guide to cultivating an attitude of gratitude. I love how this is framed, but I'm not going to keep the same thing. So I'm going to keep a 52-week guide to I'm going to scroll past series and edition number, and I'm going to input the author as the brand hustler. That's my author name. And then we're going to create our description. Descriptions are very important on Amazon. As you see, you want to tell them what the book includes. On both of these, it has a good description, only like a paragraph. Then we're going to go down to publishing rights, and we own the copyright because we created it. The answer to this is no. I'm not setting a minimum age because there's nothing that anyone can't do. Like to use this book. I'm then going to select where it says low content book, and then I'm going to choose categories for my book. I'm going to scroll to where it says self-help, and I think that my gratitude journal maybe is related to happiness. It's related to journal writing. Maybe it's related to success or motivational. So let's do success. I'm going to save those categories. And now this is where that keyword research comes in handy. So if you go back to the Bookbot keywords area, this is where you are going to pull the research that you did in the keywords area to actually put over here. Okay, so some of the ones that we saw were 2024 gratitude journal. All right, then we're gonna hit save and continue. Gonna let it do its thing. It's then going to take us to the next page where we're actually going to upload our book. So first you want to publish without an ISBN because we don't have one of those. And then you want to make sure that you select the print options that you set up in Bookbot. You want it to match on your Amazon KDP. We did black and white with cream paper, so we want to make sure that we select that. We have 6x9. We actually have bleed, so we're going to select bleed. And then I'm going to do a matte cover because I think that the black will look really good. Then I'm going to go over here where it says manuscript, and this is where you're going to upload the insert to your book. So when you downloaded that file from Bookbot, it actually saved it to your computer in different parts. So this is mine right here, and I'm going to click where it says paperback interior, and then it's going to start uploading. Next, I'm going to upload a cover that I already have. I'm going to click this, and we're going to do the same thing that we just did for the insert, but instead we're going to select where it says paperback cover. Let it do its thing. Make sure that you leave this box unchecked so that way Amazon can create a barcode for you. Then answer these questions about AI. Technically, I did use ChatGPT, so I'm going to say yes. And I actually did extensive editing. Now, this is just me being honest, but you can very much just not answer this for real, but I'm honest. Now I'm going to hit launch previewer, and we're going to see what our book looks like. Guys, so this is the preview of our book. I added 2024 to it and reflect, affirm, manifest. And then you can go through the pages and see what it looks like. So you see that. And if I wanted this to be its own page, I could have skipped a page, which I probably would go back in and do. I'll probably leave this left page blank and then start it from here. But this still looks pretty good. I'm going to hit approve. Bada bing, bada boom. Now you want to see what it says that your printing cost would be. It says that my printing cost will be $2.30 per book. Now, mind you, you don't have to pay this today. You're only going to pay this when your book actually sells. So for every sale that you get, Amazon is going to take their portion because technically they deserve it. They printed your book for you. Okay, so just take note of that because when it's time to set your pricing on the next page, you want to make sure that the pricing you're setting actually makes sense and it'll actually make a profit. Now let's set our pricing. So let's say I did some research, right? And I'm looking at what these cost. I see $5.99. This one costs $6.99. If I remember correctly, when I was doing the research, a lot of them were between $4.99 and I think the highest I saw was $9.99. So I am going to set mine to let's do $8.99 just to show you what you can make. So for every book sale in the US, you'd make about $3.09, which it seems like it's small now, but remember the goal is to sell more of these. And honestly, the more you create, the more chances you give yourself of making more money. So you can go through and make different variations of the same book, journal, or planner. You can go through and make just different types of planners. So if I was a person who cared a lot about budgeting and stuff like that, I would create maybe a daily expense tracker, a monthly budget tracker, a planner, like a debt payback, all these different types of things. And then I would just create different variations with different covers, even if it has a similar interior. That way you can have 10, 15, 20 listings on Amazon and you give yourself a greater chance of actually seeing results. So you would just go ahead and hit publish your paperback book. If you wanted to get a printed preview of what your book would look like before you sold it, you can request a proof right here and set that up. But pretty much that is it, y'all. You publish this It goes through the approval process, and then you start racking in money. You can do this from home. It's no extensive labor, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. The only reason it took us this long to walk through it is because I wanted to show you step-by-step detail how you can actually create your own and make money with this side hustle. Now, if you're anything like me, you are a semi-perfectionist, which means you are going to be wanting to level up this side hustle as much as you can. And thankfully, Bookbot allows you to do that because they host weekly trainings every single Thursday so that you can be the best low content book seller around, okay? Now, in order to get started with this super easy side hustle, you want to make sure that you create an account on Bookbot's website and choose a plan. They have a newbie plan and they have a pro plan. Both of these plans allow you to choose whether you want to be billed monthly or annually. Whichever plan you choose though, make sure that you use my code TBH20 so that you can get 20% off, okay? I worked hard to get you some savings, so make sure that you use the code TBH20. That way you can get 20% off and start this new side hustle today. Not tomorrow, but today. And I want to make sure that you do not delay this. So comment down below, what type of book are you going to create first? Okay, I want to help hold you accountable. So let's create some accountability in the comments by commenting what low content book you are going to use Bookbot to create first. Now remember, the goal is to create as much of these as possible. That way you can maximize the amount of return potential that you can have. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I am super thankful for Bookbot for choosing me to show you guys this secret side hustle that brings in so much money. If you are not subscribed to this channel, make sure that you hit the subscription button, give this video a thumbs up, and please share this with somebody that you know needs some extra coin in 2024 to level up, okay? Do not hog the wealth. Share it, all right? Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at @𝗓𝗏𝗔𝗔, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye, hustle babes. Peace.